Alright, so I've got a water hose here that's probably needing to be replaced. It's not the best quality, but it only has one leak in it, so I think I'll go ahead and try to patch this so I can get the use of the water hose for the rest of the summer at least, and then replace it next year. So you can see it's leaking pretty bad. So this video is going to be about a repair of that. Alright, so I've turned the water off. Pressure's dying down through that leak. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these cutters and I'm going to cut this piece out, section out. And one more cut. Now you can see what I'm doing here. Cutting through it. These cutters didn't go all the way through. That kind of sucks. So I use scissors for the rest of the way. Okay, so I've got the piece cut out. I'll put it out in sunshine here. You can see how crappy a quality this hose is. Look how thin that is. That's why it didn't hold up. But I'm going to repair it anyway and hope that it doesn't develop another leak. So I'll take this piece that I cut out. As you can see, there's the hole. Take it to Home Depot with me and match up to get a coupler. So that's next. Alright, so I'm here at Home Depot and looks like a 5/8 fitting is what I need. So I have two choices. I can go plastic 5/8, so I can go brass 5/8. Of course, brass is more expensive, but that's what I'm going to do because when I throw away the hose next year, I'll keep the fitting for future use. So that's what I'm going with. So I've got the two ends of the water hose here. I've got my connector here. I've got my box of bands that I'm going to use to tighten down the hose. And so first thing you're going to want to do is put one on each end, on each cut. Then we're going to plug in, see if I can get this on the camera. It's kind of tough with just one hand. I would say it's impossible with one hand. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that fitting on inside each half of the hose. And I've already got the clamp on there. And then I'm going to snug it down. So let me just do that off camera. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got it back together here. Had a choice. I could either put these on the same side or on opposite sides. And I decided to put them on the same side. Just preference. Now, these are cheap, crappy quality clamps that are sold at Harbor Freight. So you have to be real careful not to over tighten, because if you do, you'll strip them and they won't seal. So I felt one of them kind of giving when I was tightening it down. So it may give me a problem. If it does, I'll have to replace it, but I'm going to go ahead and chance it. So let me get the hose stretched out over the grass and we'll see if it holds pressure. Place the clamp. I'm using 5/8 inch clamps according to the chart on the storehouse case of clamps that I have. So let's see if this one holds. Okay, so it's pressurizing and I can see it's already starting to give me trouble. It's leaking. So I think these clamps are just crap. Let's see which side's leaking. Are both sides leaking? I don't know. I need better clamps apparently. Okay, will 3 be the charm? I'm doing a double clamp on it. 2 cheapo double clamps on each side. Let's see if that holds. I turn the water on full pressure to see if it's gonna hold. I'm not getting close, I don't want to get my phone wet. Looks like it is. But 2 clamps only because it's cheap. Cheap clamps, I think if you had 1 good clamp on each side, probably work. This hose is awful thin though. It is a 5/8 inch hose, so using a 5/8 inch splice, brass splice fitting does make sense here. I'm not convinced I'm not too confident that this is going to hold for forever, but maybe I'll get the use of the hose. Another option I had, by the way, is you can see where that splice is, and you can see where the end of the hose is. Not very long. I didn't really pay attention to that. I could have just chopped off that end piece and put another threadable piece on the end. I guess I'll call it a hose end fitting. That was also an option, but I think that was more expensive. I think those were like $8, and this fitting here was like $6.15. A new hose, probably cheaper in the long run, but like I said, if you get a brass fitting, it's reusable for a future project. I've used these types of fittings to repair cooling lines in cars. If you look at my videos for a 2005 Uplander, I did that. That will save you a ton of cash, because the factory fittings on that is ridiculous. It saves you maybe $70-80 just in parts. All right, that's it for this video.